Hey guys, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. We have a special guest, Kiki the Cupcake Girl.
What is good?
On today's episode of House Call, we are sponsored by Celeste's Nest body products. Right here, we have the African Forest with jojoba. Okay, Kiara, you need to try this.
Okay, send me the link. I'll get it right.
You gotta try this. We also have tobacco flowers, which I find to be a really, really lovely scent. And then, of course, we have the African Forest body butter. Every time Kiara comes over to my house, she's always asking for the body butter, so you know it's good.
Period.
All right. So yes, links are down below. You guys know that this stuff keeps my skin fresh, clean, silky, and smooth. Go ahead and pick it up. Celeste'sNest.net. Use my code HOA, and it's buy one get one
free.
Period.
All right.
Yes. All right. So, Kiara, I wanted to bring you on this episode because we definitely have to talk about the things that are happening in Potomac because it's kind of like a mess this season. Have you been watching?
Yes, I have been. Potomac has been my obsession right now. So I'm caught up with everything, and I'm actually very disappointed in how some of the ladies, aka the Green Eye Bandits, have been acting. And y'all already know how I feel about them, but now I just feel like they're getting out of control.
Yeah, it's really weird this season. And it kind of started off where Wendy was trying to say hello to Jizzy.
Yes.
The last lady of Potomac. And Jizzy was like,
no, thank you. No, thank you.
And I'm like, girl, you talked about my family for a year. No, you talked about her family and this alleged bastard child for a year, babe. And then when she got your ass together, you had a case of can't take, as Marlo would say.
I'm trying to figure out, when did she talk about Giselle's family? I feel like the most Wendy said was, you over here staying with a man that's repeatedly done you wrong. I feel like that's the most she spoke. She never spoke on her children. She said like one thing about Jamal. So this whole thing of, you talked about my family for a year. Good night. You went out of your way to talk about this lady's husband. Like literally out your
way to talk about a rumor that you know wasn't true, to exaggerate it on this show, perpetuate it, and make it into a thing when it really did not have to be a thing. She's doing it this season with Candiace Dillard-Bassett. And we've had several moments on the show so far, and I think it's only been 5 episodes, where Robin is like really coming for Wendy, Jizzy's really coming for Candiace, Mia is lying on Candiace and Chris Bassett. So it's been like this thing all over social media where the girls are saying that, hey, I feel like they're treating the brown skin girls of the group just a little bit differently. Do you think that to be the case?
I've been saying this. I've literally been saying this. Like, especially with Wendy, I don't know what it is, but it's just overbearing bullying at this point. Even the way in which they speak to her, all this, like the way they cuss at her.
Robin, especially.
Yes, Robin. Right. It's disgusting. At the end of the day, we all supposed to be Black women, right? We all supposed to support each other and uplift each other. Like, you can dislike somebody, but the way they go in on Wendy, it's like they putting an extra bit of spice on it.
Definitely.
And it's like, for what? What has this girl really done to y'all? When we really break it down, what has Wendy done to y'all? Honestly, I feel like it's not coming from Mia, which, well, I guess, you know.
Okay, wait a minute.
I feel like Mia has not been going in on Wendy as much as Giselle and Robin.
Not yet, until we see her throw a drink in her face.
So we don't know. I don't know about that situation. Obviously, it's going to come. But as far as right now, yes. Giselle and Robin have been going in on Wendy. For me, personally, I feel like for no reason. Now, on the flip side of things, Giselle is always going to try to ruin somebody's family because she doesn't have one. So that's that. So now it's just Candiace's turn. She's done it with Ashley. She's done it with Wendy. She's done it with Karen. So now it's just Candiace's turn. So at this point, we all know that Giselle, this made me uncomfortable. She needs a storyline. Jamal has left the show. Her kids are grown. They don't want nothing to do with her.
Oh,
So she just needs a storyline at this point. So she chose Candiace. And with Mia, I feel like, what was the point? What was the reason? Is she trying to get in with Giselle? Is she trying to become one of
I
them?
don't know what's going on with Mia, and this is her second season, and she has like this really bad habit of like saying stuff, but like kind of lying. And I don't think she intentionally means to lie, but it's like she just says things, I guess, for shock value. I don't know what it is, because this whole thing of Chris was staring you down, and then the producers, the editors, come back with the footage of this man intentionally not looking at your ass. Just kind of pisses me off. And then you go on Twitter and say, oh, it wasn't in a sexual way.
Girl, how did you imply it? You implied it as
don't backpedal now, Kenya.
Exactly. Please don't backpedal now.
Yeah, I think she does want to be in good graces with them.
That's so ugly to me. Why would you want to be in cahoots with those miserable people? The only time I see them be semi-decent human beings is when they're parenting. When I see Giselle with her girls, that's the only time I like her. When I see Robin with her boys, that's the only time I like her. Outside of that, they're horrible people to me. And they want to destroy these families, and I don't understand why. Like, girl, what?
And Mia gonna learn. Going back to Mia gonna learn. She think that sucking up to the green eye bandits, even after they really said, this is what cancer, no cancer looks like. After they came for your whole entire neck, okay, not today neck, you still gonna try to kiss they asses and lie on this man talking about he was staring at you to be in their good graces, when next year they're going to be coming for your marriage to G. Watch.
They're going to be coming for G next. Soon it's going to be, oh, G was doing all this. He was swerving. He was in the club. She gonna learn.
And they're gonna eat it up, because I don't know if you caught this. I think it was in the last episode where she basically said that she went to Miami. I think she met G in Miami, and he cheated on his wife with her. Yeah. Did we know about this?
I thought they met in the strip club.
Oh yeah, they did.
So what's the truth? Did y'all meet in a strip club? Did y'all meet in Miami? Or did y'all meet at a strip club in Miami?
Right. I'm confused too. But he definitely said that he had a wife at that time and was basically cheating. I'm like, girl. So now when Giselle come up with a rumor that G is cheating on your ass now, okay, it's going to be a little bit more believable, because at this point, it just kind of seemed like you admitted that the man is a cheater. But
no, he did, because she said he was happily married, and then she was like, well, he wasn't that happy.
That's crazy, sis. That's so crazy. Anyways, okay.
But yeah, you think about it. They was not messing. We go back. Let's rewind it back to like
drive back.
1. Let's drive back. They was not messing with Ashley. They did not like Ashley. They was not meeting with her. None of that. And I feel like it wasn't until Monique and Candiace got on the show. Because wait, if we go back a little bit too, Giselle did not like Candiace. When Candiace got on the show, Giselle did not like her. And I feel like the only reason, and I do feel like Candiace tried to kiss up to Giselle and them, which that was mistake number 1. She never should have did that. But I don't know what it is. They just, Karen is the only one that doesn't participate in those colorist activities. To me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the part that really irritates me, and we're going to speed it up to this current episode that airs tonight. The part that's really irritating me is the fact that Robin sat up there at the dance class and basically like tried to get up in this girl's face. Like she basically started a fight for no apparent reason. It was you and Jizzy on this bandwagon calling Mia a liar. Y'all sat up there at the Cherry Blossoms and had a whole conversation about this instead of minding y'all's own business.
That's what people with privilege do. They will antagonize a situation because ultimately the person who they're being aggressive towards is going to get the blame because they're the one who's at a disadvantage, whether it be because they're darker skin tone or like it's a white woman coming after somebody black. they're going to start mess because they know that to the majority of the world, they are the victim.
Mm-hmm.
And this dark skinned person, this black person, this person who's a minority is wrong just based off the simple fact of that. Or they're going to, retaliate so they can look like the victim in the end. Because what are you doing, Robin? You're not going to fight her. You're not going to swing. Not.
I don't know what Robin is doing. It's so weird, like picking these fights.
Then Sharice want to be involved trying to get up and hold her back. Honestly, nobody should have touched Robin. So we can see how much of a punk she is.
Uh-oh.
Nobody should have touched her. Let her get up. Let her try to get in Wendy's face. She's not going to bust a grape in a fruit fight. She's not.
So Robin tried to basically fight the girl. We just go ahead and say it. She tried to fight the girl. She was walking up. You trying to fight me. You're walking up to me in an aggressive manner. You tried to fight the girl for no reason. Wendy literally did nothing to you. Then at the wine, whatever they did, the wine tasting.
Hold on, can we drop that one more time? It's
Yeah.
the fact that this woman tried to invite Wendy's kids and not invite her.
Okay.
That's so disrespectful. How dare you try to invite my children to an event, but you're not even going to invite their mother? What is that?
Weird. It's weird behavior. And I hated how she invited the rest of the mothers and their kids in front of her face. If you're not going to include me, invite me behind my back. Or don't invite me behind my back.
Yeah, literally. She could have been like, Wendy, she could have just sent everybody personal text messages. Mm-hmm. I'm doing this family fight. It's like you intentionally wanted to hurt. That just shows what kind of character she has. Like, she has a character flaw. Because
Definitely.
What person invites all the mothers to a family fun day and you specifically not include this woman and her kids and then try to call another woman to be like, can you pick her kids up?
Yeah, girl. And then expect me to send my kids with Auntie Candiace to an event.
How would you feel if somebody called Ashley and was like, can you pick up Robin kids?
Yeah.
You would not go for that.
No.
Mm-mm.
No. So after she did that, they did the wine tasting, and then she basically kind of lies on Wendy talking about nobody had to hold me back. She called up Sharice. Sharice lied or misspoke or did not recall the situation as it happened.
No, she lied. She lied.
She lied.
Yes.
And not only did they lie, but it's Jizzy being in the background as the chorus talking about so why did you lie? Basically calling Wendy a liar. It's like, Jizzy, shut your ass up. You and your non-lays having ass. She doesn't pluck your wig before you even try to talk. Like, why doesn't she pluck her wig? It's like she literally just
come on TV looking like a skunk before we come for somebody and receive. Let's fire Cal first, okay?
Uh-oh. Yeah, he needs to be fired.
Okay. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's no reason why your wigs look like that. And y'all gonna come for me. Why are you talking about a black woman's wig? Why is she calling another black woman a liar when the black woman ain't a liar? That's the questions that need answers. So I couldn't stand Jay-Z talking about something. You're lying. And then Robin is like, you're a horrible person. I am so glad Juan Dixon is not here right now.
Girl, you and Juan. Neither one of y'all want to be together, but we're not going to talk about it.
Uh-oh. But now, let me tell you the tea. Now they're saying that Robin, this whole time, I think, honestly, the reason why she's going so hard for Wendy is she fundamentally does not like Wendy, which is fine. You don't have to like everybody. Everybody's not going to be your best friend. But I feel like you're trying to turn up. Colorism may be a part of it, but you also want to save that champagne flute because you're making the most money you've ever made in your entire life because of this damn show. And on top of that, they're saying that this might be a scheme to deflect from her husband or her fiance, who was... Did you hear about the scandal where the basketball player, the basketball player was messing with the assistant coach, sexual misconduct, and Juan knew about it, and it was a whole catfishing situation, and Juan didn't say shit?
I know he knew about it.
And they saying Michael Darby done rubbed off on him.
I said that because it's
Oh,
the truth. I said that because it's the truth. You hang out with pigs, you're gonna roll around in mud. Let's just call a spade a spade.
it's the fact that you got all that going on, but yet you busy fighting with Wendy. Talking about you're a horrible person. No, your husband, your fiance, the one that doesn't want to marry you, is the horrible person.
Or the one she doesn't want to marry.
She want to marry that man. She want that man.
I think that neither
That man
one
don't want her.
Well, they just wasting each other's time. So if y'all want to look crazy on TV, wasting each other's time, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the wedding date.
They're together because it's cheaper to be together than it is to be apart.
Well, say
That's
that.
the truth.
There's a lot of people like that. There are a lot of couples like that. I know a few.
Y'all don't want to live. Y'all don't want to pay for two homes.
And don't. Because guess
like,
what?
Just say it.
How he gonna? Let me not talk about Black people's finances.
Anyways, talk about it. Talk about it.
I just personally feel like what he do. He a basketball coach.
Mm-hmm. At Coppin State.
Never heard of it. Number one.
Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay, well, I've heard of Baltimore. Never heard of that school. And he's the head. What does he do?
He's the head basketball coach at Coppin State.
Okay, well, they're not too good because they're not on. Never mind. Honestly, y'all, I've been trying to do this thing where I don't try to be as mean, but these people need some discipline. Okay, Robin and Juan, the Dixon.
Chow.
To this great African family. Because why? You're mad. What does Eddie do? Eddie's a successful doctor.
A lawyer. I thought he was a lawyer.
Whatever he is, he's good at it. Whatever he is, he's good at it. And he's been doing it. He didn't get dropped his rookie year in the NBA. Okay?
Juan got dropped his rookie year. Was he benched?
Okay, maybe he didn't get dropped. He was not in the NBA for long. Let's be honest. He wasn't there for a long. He was there for a good time, not a long time.
Uh-oh.
So that's true too.
And then he was cheating. Then they lost all the coin. Never mind. Okay. So fast forward to, I don't know if you saw this clip, but there's been a preview going around all over social media where they go on their first cast trip. I think we're going to see it in tonight's episode. And, you know, they're like designating people's rooms and stuff like that, seeing who going to get which room. And they're like intentionally targeting and like slick bullying Wendy and Candiace and making them like share a bed in this small room that nobody wants. And it's just like real petty and childish. And I wasn't too sure about the colorism thing, but I felt like in this scene, it kind of gave me a colorist vibe, because why is it that you guys are targeting the two blackest folks on the damn TV screen?
It's just like, why? What did they do to y'all? Nothing.
At
this point, Robin and Robin's supposed to be Candiace's friend. She going to secret dinners with Chris and Candiace.
Right.
So she's fake. Ashley is fake because she's supposed to be cool with Wendy. And Ashley gives me minion vibes. It's like she's the minion to Robin and Giselle. She's like their little runaround. They task girl. They give her tasks and she go complete them.
It's well, like you know, Nicki Minaj said that she was boring last season. So I think
she's boring this season too.
Well,
because we honestly don't care about Michael Darby leaving you. We don't care that you
and the divorce makes no sense.
It makes no sense. It's very confusing. It sounds like a mess. Like it's not adding up. It's not adding up.
Yeah.
So we don't care.
Yeah. I think Nicki Minaj told her that she was boring, and so maybe she thought to herself, being cool with Candiace, which I thought they were going to be cool this season, is not really in my best interest. I want to keep my champagne flute, so let me say that my friend said that Chris was flirting with her.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's a lie. Lie again. And every time I lies, I'm turning the channel. So I'll be flipping a lot.
Uh-oh. And he was allegedly staring Mia down. And he allegedly made Giselle feel uncomfortable in a private bedroom. And he allegedly DM'd Ashley to come to the W.
I just feel like they have nothing. They're going to target everybody's family. And you would think, as much as they came after Michael Darby, she would like back up on this one. As much as Giselle and Robin have said so much about Michael Darby, you think she would take a back seat on this?
Especially like you have your own issues and your own issues haven't even been solved or resolved. Ashley is so in denial about her own marriage that it almost is like weird. It's really weird. Like this whole man likes penis, which is fine. If Michael Darby is gay, bisexual, pansexual, he likes sucking dick.
Oh my God.
Allegedly, he likes sucking dick. He like Michael Darby likes the. And so it's just the fact that you're living in denial and you have all of these things in your back pocket happening in your household, but yet you're so concerned about Chris and Candiace, and then you gonna say, would you rather not be aware of this? Are you gonna be one of those girls? And it's like, girl, you would be the one to say that. Like the pot calling the kettle black. Says you're so in denial about your man who like Michael probably sucked dick better than you. Sis.
Lord,
and he's been out drinking with Damon.
Okay. No. Let's talk about it. He's
like, girl, that just baffles me. And he's a predator. It's like pretending that he's not a predator. Pretending like he don't like dick. Pretending like, you know, you just admitted that he like having threesomes, and we know that y'all not just having threesomes with the other women.
Well, let me say this. Y'all know I never liked Michael Darby. I knew he was sketchy from day one, and they tried to blame it on, oh, he's Australian. That's how they act in Australia. Iggy Azalea doesn't act like that, okay?
Girl.
She does
Juan
not
Dixon don't even pat men on their asses, and they do that in sports all the time. So why is you? Keep your nasty ET fingers to yourself.
He was never my cup of tea, and the only reason why, let's be honest, at this point we can be honest, Ashley only got with him because he had money. All of that, oh, he can carry great conversation. No, he was super funny. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Girl, stop the lies. Why lie, in the words of Giselle? Why lie? Why the lies?
Yeah.
We can be truthful now.
Yeah.
You can, at this point, he's leaving you. Because I personally feel like he's leaving her. Like, we're going to do this mutual agreement stuff because it's cute. And we know he has cheated on you and all that stuff. But like you said, he wants to be out here doing what he want to do.
In Vegas with Juan.
He don't want to be attached to you no more. At this point, you're boring to him. So he want to be out here and be grown. and you're not with the... She's saying that he doesn't want to be with her lifestyle. She doesn't want to be with his lifestyle, okay? He's still very much living.
Which is fine if that's what he wants to do, but be honest at the situation and stop trying to tear down another marriage because your marriage is so fucked up and weird and you're in denial about it. Sis. Acting like, oh, your own friend Robin said that he said out of his own mouth that he wanted to suck her husband dick. And you think she lying about that?
And then he was getting with, well, not getting, but remember he had hit Katie's boyfriend at the time, fiance, whatever.
The one with the missing digit.
Yes. He had hit him on the butt. And then let's not forget about the producer at Monique's house.
Mm-hmm. And they say Monique got the footages, allegedly.
She do. And Uncle Ray on the reunion said that Michael hit Andy on the butt. He said, I
think he was joking about that. Was he joking about that?
No, he was for real. Oh, okay. Uncle Ray was for real.
Okay. So
Ashley probably needs to do a sweep of her own house, of her own closet, before she started coming after Chris Bassett. Because that man has done nothing to you. As much as Michael has like came after like Candiace and all.
It's so this season is so disappointing.
It is. It's giving bully. It's honestly giving Bad Girls Club, and they too old.
Yeah. Circling back to Wendy. So I think in this upcoming episode, just to get this out the way, basically Candiace is going to have a conversation with, let me say that for last. Candiace is going to expose Michael Darby for doing being a head doctor, allegedly. And then what else is going to happen? Then they bully them with the rooms and stuff like that. Okay.
I really hope they leave that whole house too. I hope they leave that house and go to a nicer hotel. Honestly, if we went on a group trip and somebody did that to me and you, I would just leave.
I'm cussing bitches out.
I'm leaving. And I'm destroying the house on my way out.
Not the Airbnb.
Yes.
We got to get our deposit back.
Especially if I didn't pay for it. I'm throwing stuff. I'm pouring apple juice on your bed. We about to turn this into the Bad Girls Clubhouse for real. Because that is so disrespectful.
Also, in tonight's episode, we're going to get this conversation between Candiace and the last lady, where Candiace basically is trying to get an understanding of how did you feel uncomfortable. Now, I feel two ways about this here.
Okay.
My first way of feeling about it is Jizzy has every right to feel how she wants to feel. You cannot invalidate the last lady's feelings. If she says that she felt uncomfortable, then sis felt uncomfortable. But my biggest issue with this entire storyline is Jizzy has failed for 5 episodes now to make the distinction that Chris Bassett did not make you feel anyways. The scenario of you being in a room alone with a married man made you feel comfortable. But Chris Bassett didn't do anything to you. So why do you think that you deserve an apology for a situation that you put on yourself?
What does she want them to say? I apologize
for being alone with you.
I apologize that you invited me to your room. What
to talk about my wife?
And then, okay, so this is why I'm so confused. Because he didn't try to touch her. He didn't say anything inappropriate. He stood by the door and the door was open. Was the door open or closed?
Open.
He stood next to an open door while you were on the opposite side of the room. So, and then it don't sound like he was there for a long time.
She asked him, could you go get such and such? And he left.
So you felt...
And then you never said anything to Candiace when it happened, and you waited until filming.
Right. It's looking pretty bad, Sister Bryant. It's not looking like... It's not working for your good. This is not your season.
So if we had to rate the season 1 to 10 so far...
It's giving 6 because their behavior is just very ugly to me. Their behavior is very ugly. Yeah. The way they're coming after Candiace and Wendy, it's not looking good. And I honestly feel like Bravo needs to do something. They need some discipline. They need a timeout. I bet you if they start taking them checks away, they would act right. Because, but also, who are their fans? Do they have a good fan base? Because I feel like any person with any human decency could not like them. But I also feel the same way about Kenya too.
I don't think there's such thing as a Robin fan. I'm sure Jizzy has fans. Robin, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, they need some cancellation. I really think cancel culture, like, it can be too much sometimes, but they need some doggone cancellations. They need some wake up. They need to take a doggone African American studies class or something.
Child. I knew Potomac was a little off because all they kept talking about the first season was who is light skinned and who is mixed and who's a mulatto.
Yeah, that was already kind of weird to me.
I was like, ugh, this is turning me off.
I almost stopped watching. I actually did not watch I watched season 1, but I don't think I watched season 2 or 3. I came back. I had to rewatch those. I came back for season 4, and then, of course, now I stopped watching because I'm like, okay, no, boring. I don't care about green eyes and blue eyes and yellow
hair.
Yeah, like, just get on there and be messy. Like,
Anyways.
that's what we want to see.
All right. Well, they're definitely bringing us messy.
They're bringing us miserable. And they're not even doing things like worth watching. I feel like on Atlanta, like, even when they're not being messy, like, people are doing businesses, people are like putting on productions,
Wendy
like
yeah.
they're still doing admirable things. Like Wendy, I feel like Wendy and Candiace, and I'm not saying this because y'all know I'm team dark skin, but I feel like Candiace with her album, like I still want to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy in this club, I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know about this club, but they're not like Ashley's not doing anything. What is Giselle doing? Robin
What is
embezzlement is
Giselle?
going nowhere.
Reasonably
Like,
shady.
never heard of it.
Embezzlement.
Never heard of it. What is that?
They say it's doing good. She's selling out her hats
Okay,
with
I
the
see.
satin silk lining so that it protects your.
It has not popped up on my Instagram, and I get a lot of sponsors, and I've never seen it. She ain't up there with Fashion Nova.
She by Sheen.
She not even up there with She by Sheree. I done got a She by Sheree ad. I never got an embezzlement ad.
So we'll be tuning in tonight. Thank you so much, Kiki, for joining me in this conversation. This was super fun. I just know that I had to get on here with you because it's like, listen, we need to hear from the dark-skinned women to see what the hell is really going on with this. It's odd.
Honestly, I really want to hear from the light-skinned women too.
Okay.
Because I do have a lighter skinned friend who I talk to about this topic, and it just doesn't hit for them. And I think it's honestly because they're light skinned. So of course, like, it's like when you tell white people they have a certain privilege and they're like, no, I work for everything. Okay, but you are still awarded certain privileges. And I think
right, it's hard to step outside of yourself and see like what's really going on. And even for me, like, I'm not really quick to be like, oh, this is colorist and oh, this is this and this is that and stuff like that. But when you see instances like the OG thing where it's like everyone piling on this one woman, and I do think that it's because they did not think that she was cute. Featureism, which is a part of colorism, which I learned that particular season. And when you see like them consistently for 5 episodes straight pick on the darker skinned women, it's like, okay, like something is off with this. And it's like, I didn't want to say it, but that's just kind of what it looks like. And a part of the reason is also because Wendy and Candiace give the best reads. And I guess maybe they don't like the fact that they can just read better than y'all. And so y'all have to like resort to like bullyish behavior.
The thing is, this is what Candiace and Wendy need to do. They need to come together. The thing about the light-skinned girls, I won't even say the light-skinned girls because Karen is not a part of that. Mm-hmm. And that's why she will forever be one of my faves. The thing about the Green Eye Bandits, and they know that there is power in numbers. Because right now it's Giselle, Robin, Ashley, and they're trying to put Mia on there. It's really only just Candiace and Wendy. It's only 2 of them. So what their advantage is numbers. Now they can't read for nothing. Not Giselle, not Robin, not Ashley. None of them can. Mm-hmm. And because the dark-skinned girls be reading these girls, that's why they're mad. And that's why they tag team. They jump on Wendy at once. Mm-hmm. They'll jump on Candiace at once. They'll never take them like solo. Never. Robin is always going to come after Wendy when it's a group setting. She'll never come after Wendy when it's just her. You like those are like the little strategies subconsciously I think they do. So, but yeah, I think they definitely need some discipline. This would be a nice they need some cancellation. That'll be a nice little wake up call. A great humbling experience for them. Because it's not right. At the end of the day, wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong. Even when they treated Ashley like this, it was still wrong. At that point, it was just ageism because she's much younger than them and they're old. So wrong is just wrong.
Well, we'll see how everything turns out. Thank you, Kiki. I appreciate this. This was such a great conversation. Anything you want to shout out, social media, anything like that?
Y'all can follow me at Kiki the Cupcake Girl, of course. I will be dropping some new information pretty soon. So just keep your eyes and ears to the streets.
Yes. Also, we are promoting my code, celestisnest.net code. What's the code?
HOA.
Period. Buy one, get one.
Free BOGO.
All right. Bye, you guys.